What's going on, brother? It's been a minute, boy. It's been...
Oh, hell no.
It's been too long, but I'm back with the video, dude. I was doing some stuff for like the beginning of the season, preseason, but I was like, you know what? I made this channel to do some fun stuff, and today we're gonna do some fun stuff. Y'all saw the title. We got 10 hot takes that get hotter and hotter as the video goes. So hopefully I'll be sweating and or pissed off by the time this video is over. So for the first one, 10% is a light one. Zach LaVine is the biggest empty stats player in the league, and you should be afraid of your favorite team trading for him. Dude is literally Kelly Oubre Jr. with the better dunk rating. So, Zach LaVine is a two-time All-Star, but I do agree that he is a very, very big empty stats player. If he's not, I mean, he might be actually the biggest. I might actually straight up agree with this take. I would be terrified if my team traded for him. I mean, we do not need him. The LA Clippers do not need him at this time, even though we are like very injured at this moment. We do not need Zach LaVine. It also doesn't help that people only know Zach LaVine from, I wouldn't say only know, go 10 years from now, bring up Zach LaVine's name. It's going to be about the dunk contest. It's not going to be about anything that he happened to do in his career. Yeah, I think that is a very empty stats player. Two-time All-Star, so he definitely was a better player than I initially thought he was going to be. But 100%, I actually agree with that take. And this one's from OK Young 711. Not that out of a take, but for all Warriors fans who are still hopeful, it has to be said, 2022 is the last NBA championship the Warriors will win for at least a decade. Splash Bros era is done, dynasty over. This was made 2 years ago, but I think it still stands today. I mean, it's talking about the Splash Bros are gone. Yeah, I mean, Clay has been gone for a year now, right? He's in Dallas. I just think that it's funny that it brings up the Warriors can barely compete with the size of teams with elite centers, Jokic, AD, and Embiid. That's how you know it's from like 2 years ago, because bringing AD and Embiid up, yeah. But yeah, that's not that hard of a take, kind of as he said. So this is why it's kind of at the lower ones. It is a little bit more like the Warriors current day. They traded for Jimmy Butler. They definitely are competing still, but they won't win a championship in this Western Conference for in the Curry era, I'll say. I think the Curry era is pretty chalked up, barring some miracle. I think everything that goes on, we say is or isn't going to happen, is barring some miracle. So doesn't look like at this moment the Warriors are going to be able to win a championship because of the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Lakers now with Luka. You get Wemby. I mean, who knows what Cooper Flag's going to do? You know, they got a lot of guys who are very, very good in the Western Conference from now. I don't think the Warriors are going to sneak through that. So yeah, I'd say I agree. This one's from Elite 23, also 2 years ago, but it doesn't really matter. Vince Carter was legitimately better than about half the top 75 guys that the NBA listed. I mean, let's look at it. We could do the math. He said about half. I mean, yeah, I get that. I wouldn't say he did anything like crazy memorable in his career, not crazy memorable, but of worth for his personal resume, I'd say, rather than playing the 22 seasons that he played. There's guys on here like Ray Allen, you know, like BC could definitely be up there. There are some guys, especially the older guys. Maybe someone should go through this list and say everyone who played before 1980 or basically just going to chalk up. And but is that more than half? I don't think that's more than half. We've got, I mean, the left column is Kareem, Ray, Giannis, Melo. We have a couple. I'm just saying that I don't know necessarily. Barkley, Barry, Baylor, Bird, Bryant. I mean, I don't know if he's better than half of the guys, because I think what that entails is like we get all the old heads out, like the super old heads, and then there's guys left there like Ray Allen. Who else is there that I'm seeing? This is off the dome. Dominic Wilkins, Paul Pierce. You know, guys like that. So I don't know. That might straight up be like a hot take. Maybe he's a Raptors fan. I don't know. I don't think that. That's a rough one. This could be very interesting to see in 25 years, where we get the 100-year list. We got 100 guys. Next one's from OK Temporary 8243. 2 months ago, Ben Simmons would have been a bust even without the back injury because he ran from the grind. Wow. Okay, this is where we're starting to get fun, because I have some thoughts about this. I've got some thoughts. I like to bring up in my videos that we talk a lot about free agency and trades and players, but I think a lot of sports media talks about players like they're going to be this stagnant thing, and that we kind of forget that real life is a thing, and some players don't put in the work. Just do like, oh man, why is this guy not doing well? Nothing on Zion. Let's talk about him the past couple years, right? Didn't lose a whole ton of weight, and that affected his play, affected the New Orleans franchise as a whole. Didn't really grind, I'd say, and that. I'm not saying you have to do that, but once again, you're getting paid millions of dollars to do that. It's kind of part of your job. It is 100% part of your job. This is the same scenario. I think I 100% agree. I don't think the back injury was going to do anything, because I think he was kind of shocked from the start. Not from the start. This is where we're starting to get in a little bit more of a hot take, where I'm like, ooh, baby, Wow, because he was All-Star a couple times. Very, very good player. A lot of people had a lot of Ben Simmons stock. I liked Ben Simmons a lot. I was always more of a Joel Embiid fan, but I don't think we can say anything because, dude, I don't know. He's relatively healthy. He's not on the team right now. He was on the Clippers last year as our backup center, which that says a lot about where his career went, right? But without the back injury, I don't think that he would have been able to been a multi-time All-Star. I think that if he was completely healthy, I think it would have gone kind of the same way, because even if he was healthy, trading for James Harden at the time does make a lot of sense still, because James Harden's just that freaking dog, right? But I think I semi agree with this. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys comments about this specific one, because this is what I like. This isn't just like a very stock, GOAT debate. This is like a niche player. Would he have been like what if situation? This is very interesting. And we're getting a little bit warmer. We're kind of getting one of those stock debates that show up on the internet a lot. From Sweaty Repeat 1333, peak for peak, Wade was just as good as Kobe on both ends. Had he not got hurt, he would be top 10 all time and above Kobe. I'm going to talk about what I think, and then I'm going to talk about what is occurring on the internet a lot. I personally have D Wade at number 4. I've got MJ, Kobe, James Harden, and D Wade. Now, that is kind of a hot take in and of itself, but I value individual accolades. The MVP is a very, very heavily favored thing in my opinion, because that means, for one whole year, you were that boy, and everybody else I just listed has won. And James Harden has seasons where he's averaged 36 points per game. D Wade won a championship in like year 3, right? Year 3 or 4. So I already have Wade lower. Don't get me wrong. Flash, love you, dog. He's dope. Very good player. Very, very talented. One of the all-time great shooting guards. Being top 5 is nothing to scoff at. Being top 4, like easily for me, is nothing to scoff at. But this gets brought up a lot, is the peak for peak. So for me, if I don't have him over James Harden, I definitely don't have him over Kobe Bryant. So this is a massive hot take for me, that he's over Kobe. And the only shooting guard of all time better than Dwayne Wade is Michael Jordan. No, that is not happening. D Wade would not be top 10 all time. There's no world where Dwayne Wade is a top 10 player of all time. That does not happen, right? Even with LeBron going there and winning championships, looking at accolades that he has, it doesn't work for me. Not having an MVP kills D Wade's case. Every other player in the top 10 has multiple MVPs. So it's really hard to say that he would make the top 10 without an MVP. So I'm just gonna no, that is a no. This one from Seymour Scratch 100 might err more on the side of like stupidity rather than an actual take, but that's what hot takes are. So Russell Westbrook is closer to one of the worst point guards of all time than the best. Obviously, I hope that we can all agree that that's just not true. If someone actually said that to my face in real life, not even a Westbrook fan, they might be getting hit. I mean, what are we talking about? He's closer to the worst point guard of all time, as in guys who aren't supposed to be in the NBA, rather than the best. Now, I don't want to get into the top 5. I personally have a really hard time with the top 5 point guards of all time. I've got Magic, then Steph, that's close. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then you get to the CP and the Russ and the Stockton and the Nash and the J Kidd. That's where I'm having problems, is that like the 4 or 5 slot for me. But once again, going back to what I talked about with Wade, Russell Westbrook was the best player in the NBA by metric standards, by having an MVP. I know LeBron and Steph are in there, but Westbrook was an MVP in 2017, averaged a triple-double. That is ridiculous for a guy who's 6'3". Everybody knows that. It's been talked about. I think that that's something we could just move on from. This is just straight up wrong. Is it a hot take? Sure. Is it really stupid? Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but I think that's where we got to move on from there. This one is unreal, dude. I can't get this. From Roast Beef Fan, Bird is not top 10 all time when you factor in longevity and the strength of his teammates. By the way, I'm a Celtics fan and Bird was obviously a menace. I don't mean to disrespect. Gap between number 4 and 12 is razor thin for me. What? That's number 4 and 12? Dude, for me, it's Braun, MJ, Kareem, a gap, Magic, Bird, gap, Russell. 11 championships is an insane amount. Don't come at me for that. But let's get back to this. Bird is not all 10 when you factor in longevity. So let's talk about the longevity and just why that's completely wrong. The longevity, the fact. So he's talking about Bird didn't play long enough, right? Let me fact check that. Okay, Larry Bird played 13 years. That is not a lot. Started at age 23, by the way. That is unreal. I'm age 24, so that's ridiculous. I played it until 35, so that's a lot of time for a guy who's injured like that. I don't know if that guy is saying that he didn't play for enough time, because 13 years isn't like a crazy amount. I say that because I made a short on the warm-up that Devin Booker was in his 10th season, that he's nearing the end of a career-ish, and people were like, he's just getting started. And I'm like, 10 years is a long time, bro. Like, that guy's a vet now, 100%. 10 years is a lot. Bird only played 13. So I'm gonna say that this guy's saying he played short. He played short amount of time, and he had a lot of good teammates. That I will say. Those Celtics teams looked very, very good. I've seen all those documentaries. You guys have seen all those. It's phenomenal documentaries. If you haven't, those are freaking great. Go check them out. But the man, if we're talking about longevity, and he didn't play a long time, the dude won 3 straight MVPs from 84 to 86. 3 straight MVPs. So why are we talking about longevity? That means it's crazier. Like, he didn't play for a long time. He won 3 MVPs. So how do you win 3 MVPs and not be top 10? Shout out Nikola Jokic. We're going to see how that goes. Especially when Bird had 3 championships, right? He's top 10. There's no world where Bird is not top 10. And just because of this, I think I'm going to look at lists after this and see if there's a list where Larry Bird is not top 10. I'd be shocked to find one. I think in all my days, a decade of being a fan, decade plus, I have not heard people disrespect Bird like this. Because it's disrespect. You're putting guys like Will Chamberlain, not to mention, I mean, people have Kobe high. Top 10 is good. Top 10 players are good. But Bird not being a top 10 is insane. This is where we're getting, like, I'm going to jump off a cliff. From very bland user, if you put Reggie Miller on the Bulls instead of Jordan, they still win 5 titles, dude. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What is happening? That makes no sense. Reggie Miller on the Bulls? That doesn't make... Oh, they still win 5 titles? What are we talking about? The fact that they're saying this is unreal, because we would have to zap Michael Jordan out of existence for this to happen. And then maybe it happens. There's no way if Michael Jordan's in the league at the time, just not on the Bulls, that they win 5 championships in the 90s. There's no way. And this is what we should do to LeBron fans, who it's always LeBron Jordan beef. Let's say this to LeBron fans and have LeBron fans defend this, because that's me. I don't like dislike Michael Jordan. He's a freaking dog, bro. LeBron, I just have LeBron because I was born in 2001. I have LeBron, right? But this is where we need to unite as a basketball fandom. This is unreal. I cannot believe that he said that. Yeah, this is just wrong. But I just know that there's people that looked at that and they were like, yeah, oh, Reggie was good. Reggie was really good. Reggie was good. Not 5 championships good. You know how freaking crazy that is? 5 championships. That's why I have Bill Russell at like number 6 in my top 10, because that boy won 11 championships. 11. Side note on that. Let me just talk about that because I've already brought it up once. I say that people are like, Bill Russell, like you didn't even watch him. I'm like, yeah, but if you win 11 championships in anything, if you win 11 championships in your rec basketball league, you get the freaking rec center named after you, dude. That is your rec center if you win 11 chips in that rec center, dude. 11 championships in the NBA, I don't care, at any time. No one's even come close to that. Jordan only won like half of that, and that's like unreal, right? 5 championships is an insane amount. So there's no way they won 5 championships. This is one that's a little more objective, subjective. I'm dumb. I'm in college, but I still don't know. From the Grim Adventurer 4 months ago, most stars are interchangeable, and it's actually the role players that make or break a team. Hey, no, it's not. It's not, actually, by the way. It's not. There's no way. There's no way most stars. So the fact that he's even saying most, he's not saying all stars, but most stars. No, it's not. James Harden is not. If you swap, who else was going on crazy in the late 2010s? Swap any all-star starter for James Harden in 2017, 2018 range, and have that team go and actually try and stop that Warriors dynasty. James Harden was the only dude at the time who could do it, because they ran through everybody. And James Harden was the only guy, and LeBron, that could do anything about it. So it's actually the complete opposite. The role players are interchangeable. You get a guy, you fill around role players, right? It's if you have Harden and 12 other guys, and you move Harden and you bring someone else in, that team's just not going to win immediately. We saw that with the Luka trade, dude. We saw it where it's happening literally right now. Stars. Luka, AD. swapped. Lakers kept being good. And when the Lakers were better-ish than the Mavericks before, Mavericks now, bro, they're trash. So I'm so flustered to this. I don't even know how to make an actual argument because it's kind of dumb. Golly, does that not make sense? How does that make any sense? Let me know what you guys think about this one as well, specifically in the comments, because I get that most stars are interchangeable because a lot of people just are walking buckets and you can put them on here like KD-ish. But even then, if you're swapping Giannis for KD, I don't know if that team, the Warriors team, is as good with Giannis instead of KD. Maybe, I don't know. Stuff like that is very, very interesting. I think it's a case-by-case thing, but for the majority, I think that's 100% wrong. The idea of this is wrong. And the last one. This one is the tip top of everything that I love, and I cannot believe that this was uttered on the internet. From Dr. Schwazi 92, the Lakers won't win a ring with Luka. The Spurs won't win a ring with Wemby. In fact, in 10 years, the Nets will trade their next decade away to form a super team of these guys just to never get close to the finals. Third statement, don't care about. Let's talk about the first two. This guy just said that Luka and Wemby basically will never get a ring. And that's based off my belief window, right? I don't think Luka's going to leave the Lakers. I think the Lakers are going to treat him too well, and they're going to cherish him, and they're going to give him stuff, and he's going to be very, very good in LA. Same with Wemby. What are the Spurs going to do? One of the best franchises historically in terms of winning and in personnel, franchise, coaching, all this stuff. I don't think the Spurs are going to mess that up to piss him off enough to go. Or to trade him like the Mavericks traded Luka, right? I don't think that that's going to happen. Effectively, this guy just said that Luka and Wemby will never win a ring. You could convince me that like Luka will never win a ring. Maybe. It's close. There's just too much time left on the clock. But to say that Luka and Wemby won't win a ring with their current franchises, who I believe they will never leave from, is unreal. Like, I can't believe people actually think that. Like, Wemby's 22 years old. He just turned 22. And from what we're seeing from him right now, even though he just got injured like yesterday, there's no way that you can have, I get that it's a hot take. I just need to, give me 1 sec actually. I just don't. This is where I just want you guys to comment and talk about it in the comments, because this is crazy. This is crazy talk. I want to do this video again, but with your guys' comments. So leave. If we even get 10 comments, I will format it into one of these videos. This was a lot of fun to talk about, and I want to get some people on next time maybe to talk about this with. This is fun, dude. Hot takes are fun, but some of them are just like, what are we doing here? This is still a little baby channel, so if you want to see more videos like this every week, hit the sub button, bro. We're back. I promise we're back, bro. We're so back. I promise. Go check out the Warm Up My Other channel and talk about the NBA updates every single day. I love you guys so much. Appreciate it. Be out.